vanished, drowned, erased by the wrath of the gods, or swallowed by the sea in one tragic gulp. Atlantis wasn't just lost, it became the ultimate mystery, the holy grail of ancient civilizations that never were. No sooner had Plato dropped the name in his dialogues than the world latched onto it like a mythic obsession, and somehow, thousands of years later, we still haven't let go. But let's get one thing straight. Plato never intended for Atlantis to become the archaeological equivalent of Bigfoot and scuba gear. He made it up, a parable, a warning, a philosophical mic drop about the dangers of greed, corruption, and snapar. An empire. Yet here we are, centuries later, turning every sonar ping and satellite scan into another "could this be it?" moment. According to the ancient philosopher, Atlantis was no cozy little island. This was a full-blown megacontinent, larger than Libya and Asia combined, parked somewhere beyond the Pillars of Hercules, modern-day Gibraltar. Think marble temples, golden statues, canals wide enough for warships, and a city center made up of concentric rings of land and water. Oh, and don't forget the super-advanced civilization at its heart, complete with philosophy, tech, and imperial ambition so big it made Rome look like a summer camp. In Plato's story, the Atlanteans started off strong, wise, just, divine-blooded. But then, like every tragic arc in history and fiction, power got to their heads. They got greedy. They wanted more. They tried to conquer Athens, and in true karmic fashion, the gods punished them. In a single day and night of misfortune, the entire island disappeared into the depths of the sea. That's it. That's the whole myth. 2 dialogues, a parable, a moral lesson. No sequel, no actual evidence, just vibes. But enter humanity's favorite pastime, turning stories into obsessions. In 1882, Ignatius Donnelly, former congressman turned amateur historian and full-time Atlantis hype man, published Atlantis, the Antediluvian World. The title alone sounds like it was carved into stone tablets. Donnelly wasn't just convinced that Atlantis was real, he argued it was the cradle of every great civilization: Egyptian pyramids, Atlantean tech, Mesoamerican temples, Atlantean descendants, Greek myths, Atlantean memories. Basically, Donnelly believed Atlantis was the ultimate one-stop origin story for humanity's coolest tricks. And people ate it up. His book launched an entire cottage industry of Atlantis hunters, writers, scholars, adventurers, conspiracy theorists, and eventually YouTubers, all obsessed with solving a mystery that Plato never meant to be real. They started combing the globe, scanning maps, decoding old texts, squinting at satellite photos. Every time a new ruin popped up in the news, someone somewhere shouted Atlantis. The Minoans of Crete? Atlantis. The Bimini Road off the Bahamas? Atlantis. The Richat structure in Mauritania? Also Atlantis. One guy even suggested that Antarctica was the site of the Lost City, once tropical and lush before a catastrophic pole shift iced it over. Because when you believe hard enough, any patch of land or sea becomes fair game. In more modern times, we got all kinds of evidence floating up. A volcanic eruption around 1600 BC wiped out the Minoan settlements on Santorini. Was it Atlantis? Probably not, but it was flashy enough to make headlines. Then in 2018, a team in Spain found a suspicious pattern of circular ridges in Doñana National Park and claimed it was proof of Atlantis. Scientists later revealed those were man-made, all right, for a zooplankton study in 2004. Oops, it seems Atlantis hunters are the original clickbaiters, always finding the city just out of reach, beneath the sea, under the desert, lost in translation, waiting just beyond the edge of scientific credibility. But the thing is, the hunger to believe is powerful. People want Atlantis to be real. They crave it. It's the same emotional itch that has us dreaming of alien visitations, buried treasure, and secret societies pulling strings behind the curtain. Atlantis isn't just a lost city, it's an idea, a symbol of what we think we were, what we hope we can be again, and what we fear will become. And that's where things get weird and fun. Because Atlantis isn't just a myth or a mistaken ruin anymore, it's a cultural shapeshifter. It's been a golden kingdom in fantasy novels, a tech utopia in comic books, an ancient alien base in conspiracy theories, and a musical Atlantis ruled by Aquaman. Hell, even Disney had its turn, with the underrated Atlantis, the Lost Empire, complete with flying machines and glowing crystals. Atlantis has starred in documentaries, mockumentaries, pseudoscientific specials, History Channel marathons, and TikTok rabbit holes. It's the ghost that keeps haunting pop culture. Every generation reimagines it. Every New Age movement reclaims it. Crystal healers believe Atlanteans had psychic powers. Ancient astronaut theorists claim it was a spaceport. Some even insist that those who live in Atlantis, now, because apparently it survived somewhere in another dimension, communicate with us through dreams. Sure, it's easy to roll your eyes, but Kenneth Feeder, an archaeologist and professor emeritus at Central Connecticut State University, sees the silver lining. He's spent a career debunking Atlantis claims, but even he admits, sometimes the myth pulls people into real science. Kids who get hooked on the glamour of Atlantis might end up studying Mesopotamia, or Machu Picchu, or Göbekli Tepe. Myth becomes a gateway drug to archaeology. And let's be honest, real history is just as wild, if not wilder. We've actually found entire cities that were swallowed by the sea, like Heraklion off the coast of Egypt, which sank beneath the waves and was rediscovered in 2000 with statues, temples, and treasure still intact, or Pavlopatri off the coast of Greece, with streets and buildings dating back 5,000 years. No need for psychic Atlanteans when the real world already serves sunken ruins on a silver plate. Even Troy, the city long thought to be a myth from Homer's Iliad, turned out to be real, discovered in modern-day Turkey in the 19th century. That little twist made Atlantis believers even bolder. If Troy was once fiction, then maybe Atlantis is next. But there's a catch. Troy left ruins, walls, artifacts, stuff you can touch. Atlantis, not so much. In 2,400 years, no one has found a single thing that matches Plato's description. No temples of Poseidon, no rings of water and land, no Atlantean cuneiform, nothing. Just interpretations of a story that was probably a lesson, not a logbook. And yet, Atlantis endures. Maybe it's because it's just too good to let go. It feeds the part of us that believes in lost wisdom, hidden knowledge, golden ages, and civilizations greater than our own. It's the nostalgia for a past we never lived but desperately wish had existed. Atlantis was everything we imagine ourselves to be. Brilliant, spiritual, connected to the cosmos, and everything we fear becoming, arrogant, greedy, doomed. It's a mirror, one we keep holding up. So where is Atlantis? It's in our stories, our dreams, our cautionary tales. It's in every sunken ruin we explore, every ancient civilization we uncover. Atlantis might not have been real in the way Plato described, but it's real in how deeply it's embedded itself into our minds. It's in the longing, the mystery, the what if. And maybe that's enough, because maybe, just maybe, we don't actually want to find Atlantis. Not really. Maybe it's better as a question than an answer, a fantasy that lives just under the surface, not of the ocean, but of us. Still, don't be surprised if someone with a metal detector, a drone, and a YouTube channel pops up tomorrow saying they've found it. Again, and you'll click, again, because the myth of Atlantis, it's unsinkable. So what do you think? Is Atlantis nothing more than a brilliant philosophical metaphor? Or could there be a sliver of truth hiding beneath centuries of sand and sea? Are we chasing shadows? Or is the lost city just waiting for the right eyes to find it? We'd love to hear your theories, so don't be shy. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the conversation going. Maybe you believe it's in the Atlantic. Maybe you've got your money on Antarctica. Or maybe you think we'll never find it at all. Either way, if you enjoyed diving deep with us into this legendary mystery, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's a whole world of forgotten cities, ancient secrets, and unsolved legends out there, and we're just getting started. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and don't stop believing in a little bit of mystery.